I often find it way too easy to accidentally overcook your hard-boiled eggs. And it's always easy to tell if they have been overcooked because the yolk will develop this really distinct gray-green skin on the outside of it. And the yolk itself becomes incredibly dry and powdery. Now, it's still perfectly edible. It just doesn't have that really nice, creamy, buttery texture that I personally prefer in a hard-boiled egg. But there is a trick, a simple, foolproof way to make sure you get it perfect every time. Let me show you. This is the secret to perfect eggs every time. Just a kettle. An electric kettle that has the auto click off, so it turns itself off as soon as it stopped boiling. Open it up. I like to sort of gently roll the egg down the side so it doesn't smash on the bottom and break. Now you want to make sure there's just enough water in there that the egg is fully covered, but no more than that. Turn on the kettle, wait for it to pop. Alright, so now that the water is boiled, the next step is to reach your hand in there and pull it out. I'm not kidding, actually, that is the next step. As you can imagine, the water is still extremely hot. If you stuck your hand in there now, you would scald yourself horribly. As soon as that water, however, is cool enough that you can reach in with your bare hand, and it feels uncomfortably warm, but not painful, that is when it has reached the perfect level of cookedness. That's when it will be cooked to perfection. That's probably alright now. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's open it up and have a look. See, no gross green layer on the outside of that yolk. I actually slightly overfilled the water. It was about 5 millimeters or a quarter inch above the top of the egg. If you have too much water in there, it holds more heat in there and it can tend to overcook. So you want it just like a hair over the top of the egg. So the reason I pulled the egg out with my bare hand as soon as it's safe enough to touch, rather than the much safer technique of simply pouring the kettle out and getting the egg that way, is I've had it accidentally undercook the egg a few times, which I don't like. I really don't like when yolk is liquid. Creamier feeling than it looks.